Hello, good afternoon, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. As you can see, I am back home. So for those of you that have been keeping an eye on me and on my social media over the weekend, you know I have been gallivanting once again. I'm going to talk about that in a little while. However, we are here today to talk about the really important subject of your body remembers. And this is about reconnecting to the inner wisdom that we have. Now, people ask me all the time, how about that for a big orb to start the session off with? People ask me all the time how I know what's going on with my body, how I know or how I knew how to heal all those years ago, how I knew how to put Self-Love Club together, how I knew how to put Soul School together. And ladies and gents, every single thing that I know has been learned from the inner wisdom, from the way that my body has communicated with me over the time. Now, let me know in the comments, first and foremost, if this resonates with you and if you're like, yep, I get that. And let me know if you have ever been taught, whether it be at school, whether it be by mum or dad, and like whilst you were growing up, let me know if anybody ever taught you how your body works with you. Because I didn't. There was another big orb over here just a minute ago. Did you guys see? Did anybody ever teach you about your body? Did anybody ever say to you, oh, that cough means XYZ? Or, oh, that spot on your face means XYZ? Because I genuinely did not have that growing up. And this today is about tapping into the inner wisdom and bringing that inner wisdom up and being aligned to be able to create something extremely special for you. I do not believe that I am something special. I mean, I am, obviously. I'm a beautiful, beautiful being of light, and I'm on an amazing, amazing mission. However, I believe I'm the same as you. So we've got Angie on here, Deb on here, Diana on here, Alison on here. And I truly, truly believe that all of us are exactly the same. Yes, we are here to do different things. Yes, I might be more public than, say, D. However, I truly believe that we are all exactly the same. We all have the same powers, and that we are all capable of being and doing and living in the way that we know or we see in other people. So that is what today's live is going to be about. We're going to be talking about how our bodies hold the truth a long time before our mind catches up. We're going to be talking about how every ache, every tension, and every sensation is a message. But unfortunately, most of us, and correct me if I'm wrong, have been taught to ignore it or pop a pill for it or man up and get on with it. If you didn't watch the video I did last week talking about stepping into self-authority, I would encourage you to go back and watch this video and put these two together. This is another layer about trusting the messenger within your body. Now, I'm going to talk a lot about this today. I'm going to talk about how we've really, really disconnected when actually the whole mission of us incarnating this lifetime has to be reconnected. But before I do that, does anybody want to hear a little bit about what has gone on, first and foremost with the energy, because boy, it's been bonkers, but also about the amazing time that I have had this weekend in Portugal. So as you guys know, I won these 3 awards a long, long time ago now, probably, I don't know, maybe, I don't even know when it was, a long time ago. And off the back of these awards, I got nominated for a couple of other awards. One of them was Small International Company of the Year and also Woman of the Year. And this to me is just like, wow, being nominated for Woman of the Year in a global platform, especially something as prestigious as the Stevie Awards, which is kind of like the Oscars, but in business awards. So, you know, being nominated is one thing. And no, Deb, I haven't named them yet because we've got a whole heap more coming. So until they're all here, we're just going to name them all in one hit rather than, I've got another 4 awards coming to me, Deb. So we're going to do that at a later date. And there's been loads of other things that we've been doing, but they are going to get named, I promise you. And you guys are going to be the ones that do that. So off the back of these awards here, and I think I got these around April time, I got nominated for those 2 awards. And, being nominated for awards is one thing, but actually then going on to win the awards is pretty special. So the weekend just gone, I flew to Portugal on the 9th, which was Thursday, and I attended the award ceremony on the 10th, which was Friday just gone. And oh my goodness gracious me, if you have not seen the photos, head over to Facebook, head over to Instagram. In the next couple of days, I will be putting all of I'll be creating a reel and sharing with you what has gone on. So I am going to share it all, and I'm going to let you guys revel in what we created as a community. Yes, I'm the mouthpiece. Yes, it's my business. But without you guys, these awards would never have been possible. So this weekend just gone, I was on stage as a multiple award winner at the Stevies, and I got to share a little bit of insight. I got to share a little bit of my love with the world, and I got to make some amazing connections, like absolutely amazing. And I'm going to talk about that more on Conscious Conversations tonight, guys. So if you are a member of Conscious Conversations, I look forward to seeing you there. We will talk about some of the miracles, and I mean literal miracles that took place. So the weekend was amazing. And ladies and gents, I just want to remind you, every single award that I've ever won is premised off of the subject that I'm going to be talking about today. My body started talking to me. I started remembering, and then I put it into process. I put it into a really simple step-by-step process. Actually, let's be real, most of you don't think it's a simple step-by-step process, but it is for me. I literally broke it down, put it into steps, and now people have been living and breathing and really reveling in their successes and understanding who they are off the back of what I did all those years ago. So I would like to get a big heck yes today for the fact that we have another 2 awards from the ceremony that's just taken place. Now, you might be thinking, Lucy, I get that, but where the heck are the awards? Well, unfortunately, the Portuguese customs kept all of the awards. So they weren't able to be given to us on the night. So they're going to be being posted. So as soon as they arrive, ladies and gents, they will be stood here with me and they will be being shared with you. And again, you can start thinking of names because we are going to have quite a few to name. And also, to those of you that don't know, I have also won 2 other awards. Now, every single award to me is very special. However, the 2 awards that I have won, which I am supposed to be flying to New York next month to do, but unfortunately I can't go for a couple of reasons, which I'll explain at a later date. But these 2 awards that I've won out in New York were for women in business. And one of them was for the Coach of the Year, which is amazing, right? Again, an international accolade for being one of the most recognized coaches of 2025. Like, wow, is all I can say to that. And the other one is for women supporting women. Now, as you guys know, all of my programs cater to men and women. However, what they did is they looked at the kind of impacts that I have had in women's lives, and I have won an award off the back of it. So if you guys didn't trust me, and if you guys didn't come along to my programs, and if you guys didn't show up, I wouldn't have been given any of these awards. So I just want to say to you today, thank you. Thank you for believing in me. Thank you for trusting my process. Thank you for trusting my coaches and I. I don't know, and it's very sweet of Caroline to just say what a coach you are. I have not got any idea how I get the results that I get. All I know is that I get them, and I'm very proud of it. And people say to me, oh, you're so humble about it. In all honesty, I have no freaking clue how I do it. And I don't want to know how I do it, but I just want to keep doing it. And I just want to keep making a huge difference in this world, whether it's for free on my YouTube channel, one of you guys doing my programs or doing one-to-ones with me. I don't care how it's achieved. I just want to keep showing up and like literally allowing you guys to be part of this massive process, because the end goal, the mission, as you know, it's not about awards. Don't get me wrong, they are really beautiful, and I never want to say that I don't appreciate every single one of them, because I really do. However, for me, it's about changing the world. It's about changing the world to be a better place for all of us, our children, our children's children, and really, really allowing the authenticity of each of us to be able to be imprinted going forwards in a world of freedom, in a world of harmony, in a world of peace. Like I say, these awards are beautiful, but you can keep all the awards. My mission is to change the world for the future generations. I don't believe that they need to continue to suffer in the way that we have suffered. I believe that learning how we regulate ourselves, learning how we speak to the body and how we listen to the body and how we create with the body, that is the gift that we can give our younger generation. On top of that, how do we heal? That is a gift. We've been taught to trust medicine, and we've been taught to trust popping a pill, or we've been taught to trust this or this. Now, I'm not saying that they're bad things, not at all. I'm sure all of us can say that they've saved our lives or helped us at some point. But my point is, let's remind these youngsters what they are capable of, the mission that they are on, why they chose to incarnate here, and the power that resides within their body. To me, this is the mission. And like I say, yes, it's beautiful to get dressed up. And yes, it's wonderful to get all of the recognition and the emails and the texts and the likes and the follows. All of it means nothing without that end goal. So as much as this is about today celebrating, it always has to come back to that end goal. Because without that end goal being successful, it's all been a bit of a moot point, right? So let's get into today's topic. Please remember, ladies and gents, if you want to join me on Sunday of this week for a very powerful self-worth meditation, the link is in the description field to this video. Likewise, we have a few tickets remaining for the absolutely unbelievable event that is going to be Soul School Reunion, I'm calling it, because it is about us getting back together and really, really creating a magical future. Light up your life to miracles. If you're looking at me going, how the heck has this chick from a small town in the south of England gone on to win global accolades? Like, how the heck has this happened? This is about showing you the miracles that you can create for your life if you choose them, if you believe them, if you're going to allow yourself to experience. If you want a piece of that, get your bottoms along to Soul School on the 29th of November. Ladies and gents, let's get back to the subject. So, question for you all. When was the last time you ignored a feeling, a gut instinct, or a physical sign, and then your body cranked up the volume to get your attention? Please do share in the comments when you've ever experienced that. And I'm going to take you on a bit of a journey back. I'm actually going to ditch my cardigan. I, as you guys know, had a huge journey back in 2018. I had gone on my awakening. I'd woken up. I'd really started to get the memo on how emotional trauma can impact the body. But there was still a slice of emotional trauma and anger that I was holding on to. And in 2018, as you guys know, about a month ago, all those years ago, I had the biggest awakening of my life and the biggest recognition. And my body was like, Lucy, you're still not doing the do. You've ignored us long enough. So now we're going to really catapult you into getting the memo. And what happened? I ended up in hospital, ended up having to have a multiple blood transfusion, and I ended up going on the next round of my healing journey. And people say to me all the time at the moment, oh my God, Lucy, I literally can't believe how much healing is taking place, and let me know if this resonates with you. I can't believe it's just one thing after the next. And the thing is, guys, is more often than not, we're looking for the next round of healing. So, of course, whatever we're looking for, we will find. If we're looking for sympathy in our health, we're going to get more health issues to get that. If we seek validation, if we seek victim mode, if we seek any of that, whether it be through an ailment or whatever, we just get more of that show up. Now, I can't honestly say back in 2018, I was like, oh, show me, show me, show me. But what I did honestly think back in 2018 was that I had it nailed. Genuinely, I did. I was like, I've done the work. I'm there. That's where it all finishes. And I truly believe that that's why it humbled me at that point. Now, I have never, ever been in that position again to be like, I'm good. Every day I'm just open to being like, just show me what you need to show me. And that has changed my whole life. When you think that you're done, you'll get humbled. So just constantly be a student in your own world would be my recommendation. Let me know in the chat if this actually resonates with you. So let's talk about how the body keeps score on the way that we are, the way that we be, okay? Because most of us go, oh, no. I have a friend who, when she gets bitten by a mosquito, I'm like, you do realise that's showing you the exact area where you're holding on to emotional trauma. Oh, Lucy, it's just a mosquito bite, right? We've all got those people around us that go, yeah. I mean, most of my partners in the past just roll their eyes at me when I talk about this stuff. So it's beautiful. Do you get what I mean? It's beautiful. But the thing is, it might not resonate to them, but to me, it deeply resonates. Okay. And I know a lot of you guys, it deeply resonates as well. So I'm going to give you a few examples here, and I would like you guys to share with me if any of this resonates with you. Okay. So the body stores unprocessed emotions. So let's say, for example, you at 5 years of age lost your favorite grandparent, whether it's a grandmother or grandfather. That grief will reside within your body. Likewise, if you were somebody who maybe was abused or assaulted or abandoned or rejected or something, that fear would store somewhere within your body, depending on where it was impacting you. Okay. Now, it's not just emotions, it's also experiences and trauma. So I've kind of covered a few of those. So let's say, for example, and this actually happened to me when I was a child. I often talk about it recently, interestingly enough. I went to a school fete. My mum and my dad were busy, so my auntie offered to take me and my older sister. And we went along to this school fete, and we were having the best time. We got to ride ponies, and we got to do all of the things that young children love to do. And then when it came to go, we could not find my auntie and my cousin at all. Me and my sister, who's 2 years older than me, literally, we walked around the whole of this fete to the point that both of us got really upset and we didn't know what to do. Now, we physically could not find them. So my sister and I got in a car with two strangers, and they took us, thankfully, back to my grandparents' house, because we knew where that was from the school. That there is an experience of abandonment. We felt abandoned by our safeguarder, which was my auntie at the time. And this created emotional trauma. Now, because me and my sister are two separate people, she processed it in one way and I processed it in another. But 100% verbatim, without any shadow of a doubt, both of us still have a trauma response on that area to this day. I'm super conscious of mine, which is why it doesn't really show up too much in my life. However, my sister is currently working through it and getting the levels of consciousness. And for those of you that don't know, me and my sister are spending quite a bit of time together. And, it's amazing because I get to help her and she gets to help me. And it's just really, really amazing right now. And again, this is a new round of healing. So let me give you some examples. If any of you have ever had a tight chest, whether that be chest infections or any of that stuff, I just want you to know anything to do with having a tight chest very much is about unspoken grief. Now, my sister and I had a lot of death in our family when we were younger. Okay, we really, really did. We had a lot of death in the family. And actually, this is quite common with quite a few people that I speak to. So you will find that you have chest infections or maybe lung issues or pneumonia or maybe COVID hit you hard or something like that. So this is about unspoken grief. If you have anything to do with your chest, please write it down and go back and look at the grief that you were not allowed to process as a child. Maybe you needed to just have a stiff upper lip or something like that. So Lizzie has asked, does abandonment show up as autoimmune or would that be anger? So it depends. It really, really depends. What happens with an autoimmune disease is normally you've abandoned yourself, and that's how it shows up. Anger is obviously very much around digestion, that kind of thing, but it's all about the way that it's processed. Okay, yeah, asthma is definitely unspoken grief. Okay, so take a look at that. If you've got asthma, it's very much around that. So digestive issues, the body is basically saying, I can't stomach this. Now, I really resonate with this because for many, many years, I had chronic digestive issues. Like literally, I was in a hospital every other month having an endoscopy or a colonoscopy or a barium meal. I don't know if any of you guys know what that is. Like literally, I had tests done all the time. I had ulcers, like what they call, I've actually got a hiatus hernia in my stomach, which is where a bit of the stomach has gone into the esophagus and never been able to come out. So all of that is around what you can't stomach. Now, what I couldn't stomach was the anger that I felt towards my dad for cheating on my mum. I was so angry. I was so angry. And it showed up as digestive issues. It also showed up in me to do with the womb. Okay, but that's a different thing. We'll keep that separate. Okay, but please know that just because you're angry does not mean it's just aligned to digestion. It can be to do with, it depends what you're angry about as to what area it hits. Okay, but I'm just trying to keep this basic for the sake of this video. So skin flare-ups. What does your skin do? It protects you. It kind of has a boundary between your internal and your external world, doesn't it? So this is very much about how you have been irritated by a lack of boundaries and protection. It's very important that we start to think about what the area of the body does where we have this issue. Don't really like to use this terminology, guys, but we're going to talk like this today, unfortunately. And then you recognize what it does, and then you look at it and you work about stepping forwards from it. So JC has put breast issues. So breasts are very much about giving and receiving love. If you think when you have a baby, you feed off the breast, or at least people try their best to feed off the breast. Okay. Now, what's fascinating is the right breast means the ability to receive, and the left breast means the ability to give. So, and that's about love, that's about nurturing, and very much in a woman, it's very much about feminine energy. It's about being that, relaxed, divine, feminine energy. So if you are somebody like myself, I've always been very masculine in my female energy. It's only really in the last maybe 5 years that I've been able to surrender to that. This would result in breast issues. Okay, so Mowena's just piped up, and I'm glad that she has, because Mowena came to a retreat with me maybe 6 or 7 years ago now. And while she was on the retreat, she got so irritated, her skin flared up so badly. I did an intervention with her. If you've never been to a seminar with me, or if you've never been to a retreat with me, oh my God, you're missing out. And basically, people in the room witnessed Mowena's skin healing in front of our face as I got to the root cause of the trauma. I brought it up to the surface and I helped her heal it. This is the power of this. This is the power of this. Okay, it is extremely, extremely important. So seizures and epileptic fits, okay, yes, there is a physical symptom to them, but there is always a deep emotional reason, which is what we're talking about today. I'm not questioning that there's physical things like a mosquito bite or those kind of things. I'm not even going to deny that there's a physical element to this, but today I'm talking about the emotional side of it. Okay, there is an emotional trauma response that kicks off in the body that literally creates whatever it is that is what I call the trauma output. Okay, very important that we just keep reminding ourselves of that. I'm not distracting or taking away from the physical element. I just want to really empower you to recognize this is the energetic / emotional. Okay, so my body, I was angry with my dad for cheating, digestive issues, tick, the womb issues. I was, disconnected from my feminine energy. I was angry with my dad for cheating. There was shame around sex and there was shame around cheating. Of course, that hits the womb. I had no boundaries as a child. I just thought everybody was my friend and I thought everybody lived the same way as me, happy go lucky. So I suffered really badly with spots in this kind of area because I wasn't speaking my truth. And, they put all this down to hormones. And yet, absolutely, I'm not going to disassociate from that. But this is about speaking your truth. If you get irritation in and around the mouth, it's about speaking your truth. Likewise, I had constant itis bugs, laryngitis, bronchitis, tonsillitis, chest infections, because I wasn't speaking my truth. This part of my body was saying, Lucy, learn to speak your truth. Lucy, please realize where you are grieving. Realize where you have been putting the stiff upper lip on. Let me know if this is resonating with you guys, because it is so very important that we get the memo on this once and for all. So in fact, before I go on any further, what we need to remember here is that the body is not against us. How many of you have ever said in your life, and I'm guilty of this, oh my God, my body just doesn't do, it's just got a mind of its own. My body just doesn't do what I want it to do. It's really important that we recognize this. Okay, why is my body against me? And the thing is, ladies and gents, your body is not against you. It's constantly communicating for you. However, and this is not your fault, you were never taught how to listen. You were never taught how to understood. And that's why people like myself, and I'm not saying I'm the only person around the world talking about this stuff because it's absolute nonsense. There's lots of us doing it. This is why our mission is so important. We're here to remind you. I'm not even going to say educate you because it's not about education. You guys know this. You've just forgotten because you're distracted. Life is busy. Everything is against us actually remembering who we are. So why do we disconnect from the body? And hopefully some of you guys will start to, okay, so JC's put on YouTube, may sound weird, but what about attracting flies in the ears? You're not listening. If it's on the right-hand side, it's around you're not listening to a prominent male figure, and left-hand side, you're not listening to a prominent female, or it could be that you're listening too much. So it all depends on the circumstances in which the flies are coming to your ears, but definitely that is what it is. It's around listening. Think about like I said earlier, think about what the body does and what that part of the body is about, and then go, right, okay, so what am I not listening to, or what do I need to listen to more of? Okay. So why do we disconnect from the body? We're told to sit still, stop crying, man up, ignore pain, pop this pill. Does any of this resonate with you guys? Have you ever learnt this? Then we have this culture of, especially this boss girl thing or this girl boss thing, right? Of productivity over presence. Just be busy, hustle. I used to really like Gary Vaynerchuk. I don't know if you guys know him, but he's a really, really amazing entrepreneur. And I thought he was the dog's bollocks. Do you get what I mean? But it was hustle, 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 hustle. And as much as I needed that coming out of corporate, working on the trading floor, my God, that kind of energy, that kind of glorifying of productivity kills us. We also live in a world where our faith encourages us to either sacrifice or love and light brigade, as I call it, this high vibes only, instead of actually feeling what is going on with us, feeling what is true. We then also have our life traumas, the shit that we go through. And that's when disconnection becomes a survival strategy. Let me know in the chat if this resonates with you. Have you ever disconnected with a feeling and shut yourself down purely to survive? Because you know if you don't, you're going to hurt too much, or it's going to be physically painful, or whatever that looks and feels like to your situation that's been going on. Let me know if this resonates. So I would like to just reframe this for you. If you've ever been disconnected, I would like you to forgive yourself right now and recognize that it was not your fault. Your body was actually protecting you. But now it's safe to listen again. Guys, just take a big, deep breath in for me. Just allow yourself to feel safe. Just allow yourself to feel safe right now. So, how do we reconnect back to our inner wisdom? Let's start with a little practice, shall we? I know you guys have been enjoying my little practices, even though they're really short on these videos, because I don't have a lot of time on these videos. But let's start with a little practice. Let's just pop our feet flat on the floor so that we can ground ourselves. Put one hand on our heart, one hand on our belly. And then when you're ready, just close your eyes and just breathe. In your mind's eye, ask your body this question. Body, what are you trying to tell me right now? And then listen. Please notice the first whisper, not the mind kicking in, the ego, but the body's truth. This is how we slow down and we listen. Did any of you get anything when you asked your body what it's trying to tell you? Did anybody get any memos? I did, and I'm wide awake talking to you about this, and I got a memo even when I did that, and I do this exercise every single day. Love that. So Deb's memo is patience. Wow. JC's memo is sadness. Wow. Lisa's memo is be patient with me. Wow. The first whisper said, I'm lonely. Wow. Veronica got slow down. Wow. John got calm. Love this for you guys. So you are getting really powerful words to tell you what is going on with you. Jane got relax. Judy got love me. What a powerful message. Just love me. All you need to do is love me and I'm going to give you the results. Vicky got tension. Hannah got chill. Chill out, love. Chill. Just take a chill pill. Excellent, excellent. So we're getting calm. We're getting all sorts of different things. Ladies and gents, that took you 30 seconds, if that. Do this every day. And this is step number 1. Slow down and listen. Slow down, just take that 30 seconds and ask the questions. Asking questions, become a master question asker. This is what I bang on to my coaches all the time. You do not need to know the answers. You need to become a master question asker. When you become a master question asker, you will get the results. You will get everything that you need. You purely need to become a master question asker. And people always say that I'm bonkers. But let me tell you straight, ladies and gents, it bloody well gets the results. So I would absolutely recommend it for you. Step number 2, feel to heal. OMG, this was the biggest revelation for me. I always distracted. As soon as I felt hurt, I wanted to know how to fix it. And for those of you that do my Self-Love Club program, that first month, how many of you have ever gone, just tell me how to heal it, Lucy? Just tell me how to get past it, Lucy. Just tell me, just tell me, just tell me. And the thing is, when you're constantly rushing, you will never get past step 2, because until you are willing to feel to heal, you're never going to get the healing. So remember, emotions are energy in motion. When suppressed, they stagnate. Movement, sound, breath, tears, every one of those release what has been stored. Now, I've been really emotional recently. For a multitude of reasons. You know, I'm really going on a beautiful healing journey with my family, and I'm going on a really beautiful healing journey personally, and I'm also witnessing some of the most revelationary changes in my clients that I've ever seen. So for me, I'm literally just like an emotional wreck right now, and it's not because I'm in a space of, oh, poor me. I'm like, wow, how the fuck did we ever do this? Like, how on earth have we ever been able to create this amount of momentum? And that's what's making me emotional. Imagine the gift that we are giving our future generations by looking at ourselves, feeling ourselves, listening to ourselves. So I'm also going to encourage you, gentle daily embodiment. Walk, stretch, dance, cry, breathe, meditate. This is how you are going to get into alignment with reconnecting with your wisdom. This is everything that I did. If you think back, if you've read my book From Head to Heart, in my book, I share what I did. I share what I did on that beach, and it's every single step that I'm talking about here. So step number 3, let's listen to the language of our bodies. If something is tight, notice that you are fearing something, or you have resistance to something. If you feel wide open and you feel expanded, this is where you're in alignment or in truth. Sorry, somebody just tried to call me. Everybody should know by now this is my YouTube slot, right? Numbness. When you are numb, this is about protecting yourself or shutting yourself down. Let me know if this resonates with you guys. Does any of that align to you? Awareness alone starts the healing process. And I know people say to me all the time, surely there's got to be more to it than that, Lucy. Surely there has to be more to it. No. Awareness, consciousness, raising the levels of consciousness on it means that is when the healing journey starts. I'm glad you find it funny, Veronica. I'm going to put them all on the naughty step. So step number 4 is about safety before exploration. Now, the body will only open when it feels safe. Have you ever experienced this in your life? Like, I've got a wild story to share with you guys soon enough. It's like my body has been so open for such a while now that now the level of communication I have with it is next level. And you guys know, I've been on this journey since 2013. That's 12 years. Allow yourself to regulate your nervous system with grounding, with breath work, with touch, with offering safe spaces, with coming to safe spaces. And, on that note, guys, if you are somebody who's like, fuck, I really need to heal, and sorry for the swear words today, but gosh, I really, really need to heal, get yourselves along to Soul School. Soul school, you will never be in a safer space than in one of my soul school environments, ever. Like, the energy is protected more than you've ever been protected. Like, literally everything, has been cleared and cleansed so that you can feel safe, and you will literally be around people who will hold space for you and help you heal on a level that you've never been able to before. Every single one of you can do a practice every day where you just take 3 deep breaths in, and then, inhaling the safety and exhaling the tension. So for some of you that you felt tension in your body, great exercise for you. Inhale safety. Exhale the tension. Okay, really, really amazing. Don't worry, the magnesium alarm will happen later. You guys don't need to worry about that. I'll be on an Instagram live. You'll all hear the magnesium alarm. Love that. Step number 5 is integration process. Ask your body daily, what do you need? For those of you that are around me in my communities, whether it's Conscious Conversations, Self-Love Club, whatever, every single day when I wake up in the morning, I go, okay, tell me what you need. And then I listen when I feel hungry. I listen when I need a nap. I listen when I'm emotional. I listen when my intuition kicks in. For those of you who are just at the start of your journey, one thing that I found really, really powerful when I started was keep a journal around what's going on in your body. Note sensations, pop emotions down. What mood are you in? How are you feeling? How does that show up in your life? Thank you, Dinar. That's very, very beautiful. I really appreciate that. So for those of you watching on YouTube, Dinar has just put, you are such an inspiration. That's so kind of you. Thank you. I love that. I appreciate your comments so much. Please, please, please. Well, there you go, Lizzie. Maybe your body wanted pickled gherkins, but Sauce was like, no, you're not supposed to have them. We're going to make it difficult for you to get in. I love that, the irony. Okay. So let's just take a moment, okay? Let's just take a moment. Let's just close our eyes and just start breathing evenly. Just nice and slow, nice and slow. Start scanning yourself from the top of your head all the way down your body, all the way down to your feet. And as you're scanning your body, notice where there is tension, or notice where there is ease, where there is calm. Please don't try and fix, just have awareness. Once you have scanned your whole body, if there was a place on your body that felt like there was tension, please go back and pop your hand there and just breathe light into that area. And as you're breathing light into that area, whisper, "Thank you, body. I'm listening now." You can do that as many times as you like during the day. You can do that as many times as you see fit. This process will allow you to be still. It will allow you presence. And it will allow you connection. When you are ready, you can just open your eyes back up and we'll just do a quick recap. If this has resonated with you today, please do remember to hit the thumbs up button and share with your communities, share in your groups, comment all over it and smash that love heart for me, because this is how other people will get to see the memo. So, ladies and gents, I think we're in agreement that your body is a messenger. I think we've got that memo, haven't we? Whether we believed it or whether we're still like trying to figure out if it is a thing or not. Recognize that your body is a messenger. So Deb has put, my throat area was tight and I started sending energy there and my cat started coughing. Animals are our best transmuters, right? So thank your cat, Deb, for being the person to actually help you heal. You know, it's amazing. Different people, different things, different animals, different whatevers show up when it's required. Just thank the cat. The cat owes you owe the cat big time, Deb. So the body is a messenger. I think we're all in agreement with that. And I think Deb's just got validation that that is actually the case. Let's give ourselves a bit of grace, knowing that disconnection was protection. Let's also recognize that reconnection is your return to truth. I would like us to just take a moment to take a deep breath in and breathe out. And please listen to this affirmation that I'm going to say on behalf of all of us on this video. My body is wise. I listen. I trust. I respond. Now, everybody, just put your hands on your heart, close your eyes, and just say to your body, I love you. Thank you. And you have my full attention from here. Ladies and gents, another super powerful video this Monday. Please, please do share it with everybody. Let me know how this resonated with you. Let me know how you're feeling, how connected, if you're feeling much more in alignment with your body off the back of this, please do let me know in the comments and I will come back. I look forward to seeing you all next Monday for the next round of Lucy Davis Live, which seems to be a bit of a mission of healing at the moment, doesn't it? So I'm glad you've enjoyed this topic. I'm really grateful to you all for showing up. I really, really am. And for those of you that are on Instagram, I'm going to be live at 8:30 p.m. I've got 7 p.m. Conscious Conversations. Then I'm going straight into a live on Instagram. So thank you, Hannah. I love you too, my sweetheart. And you are so welcome, Linda. Thank you. I appreciate you calling me a beautiful guide coach, a beautiful soul. Thank you, Catherine. Thank you. I'm glad it has helped you. Dee, I'm glad it's made you emotional, babe. Exactly what the body needs us to do, right? Exactly what needs to take place. So thank you for your support. Do remember, if you're on YouTube, hit the thumbs up button for me. Do comment, do share. And if you're on Facebook, keep smashing that love heart, keep sharing it with everybody. Okay, guys. And I will see you for Lucy Davis Live next Monday at 5 o'clock. See you on Conscious Conversations at 7. And I will see you on Instagram Live at 8:30. No rest for the wicked today, my friends. No rest for the wicked. I love you. I love you. I love you. Thank you for being here. And I'll be back with you super soon. Lots of love, guys. Enjoy the rest of your Monday. Ciao, ciao for now.